Thoroughbreds had a victorious game against Lane College, winning 32-5. Now they're no longer in the runnings for the playoffs, but they're still preparing to go back on the road this weekend for a matchup against Benedict College.
Good. It's a lot better than the other end of it, but it was good to go on the road and to get a win. And I think our kids came out and played good in the second half, so that was much better to see. And I hope that they realize that if they play 4 quarters, they got a chance to get a win wherever it is we go. Now we have to turn around and go to Benedict. It's a much better football team than Lane, and we're going to have to play good for not just the second half, but for both halves to stand a chance against these guys. But it's a league game, and anytime you play in this league, you got a chance. It comes down to how we match up with different people. Some people take advantage of us in the secondary and had done just because their matchups were better there than our matchups, to be honest with you. But if these guys are going to come out and run the ball, we were not particularly worried about them throwing the football. We felt like we were at least as good and could cover their guys and could play pass defense against them. And then we felt like we load her up a little bit on the box so we could take away the run as well, and we did that. So it was a good matchup for us from a defensive standpoint. And then offensively, we didn't play as well as we would have liked the first half, but we came out the second half and got things moving, and Brett continued to run the ball, and then Michael made a few plays at quarterback, and it was good to see.
Brett Silv is 100 yards away from achieving 1,000 yards for the season.
I really like Brett. I think Brett plays the game the way you're supposed to play the game. He enjoys the game. He enjoys practice. He's not one of these kids you have to twist his arm to get him to go to the practice field. From that standpoint, we did make him a captain. And I think he's the type of kid that should be heard. He has a little trouble with that because he's just a sophomore. He's new. But he's getting better at being more vocal and coming out and expressing himself and getting his teammates to follow along. So in the next couple of years, he'll be real good at that. And he's a good football player. I mean, he might be overall our best football player. Again, the fact that if we go out and practice hard and continue to get better, that we'll win some games. And that's what we want to shoot for, at least on this one, is that, we have a chance to go out and at least tie what we did last year. And let's just continue to work and get better. And if we play, and like I told the team last night, if we play both halves of this upcoming game like we did the last half of Lane, we'll beat Benedict. But we're going to have to play an entire game. So from that standpoint, we'd like to get that done.
Kickoff for the game is set for 2 o'clock this Saturday at Benedict College. You can follow live updates on Twitter at KYSUFB, and I'm Latasha Jones signing off for Thoroughbred Sports Network.